There are two rumors in the gaming world that just won't die. The first one being that Silent Hills is going to be coming back as a PlayStation exclusive, and the other one is that Microsoft is going to buy Sega. I don't know if either one of those things are true, but the Microsoft one is coming back. But like I said, this is just a rumor, so all of this is speculation, but I'm going to be going over some of the interesting things around this rumor. So the Tokyo Game Show 2021 is going to be happening next week. So if there were going to be any announcements of Microsoft buying Sega, or anything surrounding Sega as a company, probably would be centered around the Tokyo Game Show in Japan. But some more interesting things that I've noticed over the last few months is that on Xbox Game Pass, there was Streets of Rage 4 that was on Game Pass on day one, so that was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that as a Sega title, or as a Sega franchise. I wasn't expecting that title to be on Game Pass on day one, so that was a pleasant surprise. Another thing is the Yakuza series. That whole series is now on Xbox Game Pass, every single one of them, so you really have no excuse to not play it if you have Game Pass and haven't already. I'm talking to myself, because I haven't played it. But Microsoft purchased Bethesda for $7.5 billion, which is a lot of money, and it's more money than I have. So I did some research on Sega Sammy as a company and how much their assets are worth, and it's worth an estimated $4.4 billion. They could benefit a lot, Microsoft could benefit a lot from purchasing Sega, being a Japanese company, and Sega's always been number one in Japan. They've always had a strong foothold in Japan. They're still a big deal over there. And Microsoft, on the other hand, is always struggling to gain a foothold over there in Japan. And let's be honest, Microsoft needs all the help they can get after their lacking performance in the last console generation. Let's be honest, PlayStation 4 kicked Xbox One's ass all the way to the bank. And even though the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X have officially launched, they're still so hard to find that they're practically not launched. Nobody can find them and nobody can buy them. So I think this is a good opportunity for Microsoft to really start building up their franchise list, their repertoire, their IPs, so that whenever they can start rolling out these new games for the new console, it can really pack a big punch. And as we all know, Sega isn't the greatest whenever it comes to making the most out of their IPs. Much like Nintendo, they're sitting on a mountain of unused franchises, and it just pisses me off. It's so frustrating to watch. But maybe if Microsoft purchased Sega, they could fund the development of a new reimagined version of a lot of their franchises. Like maybe they can continue the Streets of Rage franchise as an Xbox exclusive, or bring back Golden Axe. What about Echo the Dolphin? Or Eternal Champions, remember that game? That'd be awesome. I would love to see a remake of Eternal Champions, or just a direct continuation of the first two games, but like more modern and awesome. But you get my point. Microsoft has a lot of money, and with these extra Sega franchises under their belt, they could really build up their games library and really sell Game Pass to a lot more people, the Xbox console, and of course Windows 10, or Windows 11, because Windows 11 is right around the corner, but you get what I mean. And as a Shenmue fan, I am intrigued by this idea. So if Microsoft purchases Sega for $4.5 billion or whatever they work out, they would have access to all of Sega's franchises and possibly have a better chance in Japan in terms of beating the PlayStation sales and kind of breaking into that market. Although it would be a little bit strange because you would have Shenmue 1 and 2 on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. You would have Shenmue 3 on PlayStation and PC, and then Shenmue 4 on Xbox and PC. So what does that mean? PC Master Race. And of course, this is all just speculation, so I'm just throwing it out there. And Shenmue is kind of a weird one because Sega didn't actually make Shenmue 3. They just let Yu Suzuki use the Shenmue franchise because he created it, although it does belong to Sega. So if Microsoft did buy Sega, what would that mean for Shenmue? It's hard to say because, yeah, technically they would own the Shenmue franchise or have control over it, but Yu Suzuki's no longer with Sega or Microsoft, so I have no idea how that would work out. Maybe they would just commission him, like fund the development and oversee the project as well. I don't know exactly how that would work out, but it could work out for the best. But I guess we'll find out soon. That's the good news, is that next week, whenever the Tokyo Game Show is on, Sega's going to have a live stream, Xbox is going to have a live stream, so during one of those two, we'll know for sure if this rumor is totally bogus. It probably is. I'm just going to put it out there. I think it's fake. I don't think it's going to legitimately happen. And if it does happen, it's probably Microsoft buying another studio, not Sega. But it's an interesting thought, and it's a rumor that's been going around for years, so I figured I would talk about it now because it's that time of year again. And if you haven't already, please check the description below for the Shenmue Hangout. It's a Gab group that I created, so if you want to talk about classic Sega stuff, or the upcoming Shenmue the animation, or all three Shenmue games, you have a place to do so. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please subscribe or follow on Odyssey, and I'll see you again soon.